It is very much, season 2 of Rent a Girlfriend. I don't like you. Yeah, kind of that. No, but so Kimi ni to Boku no Saigo no Seiyou Arui wa Sekai ga Hajimaru Seisen episode 7 reaction review as well. It's I won't expect them to have a lot of romantic moments now, right? He's probably gonna sleep on her lap, right? Or he's gonna like fall into her oppies, very anime, right? If you don't train something, and the guy's like, sleeping on her, her shoulder, or the girl, whatever. But in this case, he's sleeping, so he's probably gonna fall into like her massive bosom, or get on the lap or something. Right? Definitely, come on, it's anime. She's gonna be all like awkward. Oh, I don't like him, but I mean it's fine, Yeah. She's gonna be all awkward about it, and she's gonna enjoy it, right, when he's like sleeping on her lap. That being said, I think it was pretty stupid. I mean, really stupid. They didn't think of Captain Oppa with them, right? That just to me was like, man, that's just stupid. that just didn't make any sense. Given that, yes, a lot of people can use magic in this world. Like most people in her country seem to have some kind of magic gene, right? They can throw astral magic and so on. But none of them, I mean, they're all born with magic, right? Because like the parents can use magic and so on. This girl is a, useless soldier that suddenly can use vortex magic, right? Or whatever her vortex magic gave her. And that to me screams massive potential. Of course, Captain Oppa is going to be probably one of the strongest magicians, right, in the end, because she, gets a power up like a gas metal, generally. But it's like what? For me, it's like what? I think it should be much more interesting kidnapping her, right? Because whatever her magic is, it is probably going to be a lot more unique, a lot more interesting than a random person in her country. Right? Because again, she falls into this vortex being a normal human or whatever she is then in their country, and gets this like new vortex dimensional magic, whatever. Right? So she's probably a lot more interesting, and of course for everything, and also as an enemy, right? If she doesn't fit her there, she might come back later, right? Maybe they're gonna fight. Maybe Captain Oppa is gonna, fight this episode, right? Maybe she's gonna escape the ice thing and actually follow them. I don't think so because she's pretty useless, but potentially, right? She might defeat them later, right? Being on the army, on the Imperial side with magic might make her amazingly powerful, right? Technology plus magic. I don't know. I'm just saying she was like a very interesting target. They just ignored her. They were like freeze and leave. I was like, what? Whatever. Let's start watching it. 3, 2, 1, and go. But it just felt like, it's like, that's what I hate the anime. No, but it's like, come on, like she has new magic. She fall into the vortex. Of course, Alice can probably figure out how she can have magic, but she saw her fall in there. She saved her, right? But like, she should be super interesting in her. Of course, she's all in love with the boy, but you know what I mean. And Rin should also be like, wait, how can she use magic? Oh, she's like a vortex magician now. Let's take her with us. See, so of course the goddess will stop here for it's her boy after all. It's her boyfriend though. She's like, fine. Okay. Interesting how the car is like super high tech. We had this like panel and okay, so it's open. Yeah, it's interesting how they have the this world is like a mixture. It reminds me, it definitely reminds me of. I mean, it's very anime, very Japanese, I guess, but it feels FF8 maybe. Do that Witches. Yeah, that's probably the closest, right? FF8, right? Yeah, because they have the city. I don't spoil here, but the FF8 has a very high tech city. They have high tech in general, but they have one city which is very, very high tech, where they fight witches, right? And they have witches and so on. Yeah, it's probably similar. Actually, it's very similar to FF8 actually in the storyline. Think about it. Both the world building and the powers of the people are actually very similar to FF8. This is actually, but I thought about it before, but now I'm like, oh, holy shit, this is very similar to FF8. Not like the love story, but if you ignore the love story, even the love story to some degree, because they have Renoa and Squall, and they have like he's like a soldier and she's like a witch, and even the love story, but it's less random. They also meet, they just are in love pretty quickly instead. And they fight witches together. It's super similar. No, but anyway, ignoring that, it's been general like those typical JRPG games, especially for fantasy or Fantasy Stan. They have a lot of this, like where they have like laser swords and shit, but they also have witches, right? And like the car panel there feels very fantasy. Like, they're living in a kind of hour time frame, kinda. Doesn't feel like they don't, like generally the house or so on looks very modern, but then they have a car. They have this like panel that seems like 100 years in the future, right? Kinda. So it's like a weird mixture of stuff looks kind of like they're doing in our current time, but they also have weird stuff that is way high tech than we have, and like flying panel stuff. How do they know this? I don't know how they know this stuff. I guess she's like stalking him. I don't know how she. I wonder how they know this. Whatsoever. Okay, witnesses. Probably a prison then. Yeah, Alcatraz. Clearly. Alcatraz. Clearly it's gonna be a prison. Yeah, it's a prison. It is a prison, man. It feels weird how they know he's being kidnapped like an hour ago or something. How they are so on top of it. Like then they're like, or maybe the car trip is like a super long trip. Maybe they've been traveling for hours in the car. But yeah, Captain Noppa is there, and of course, no one is talking about her magic. Man, she seems like a trickster. Yeah, it's like, oh, great break. She feels incredibly evil. Like she's you know, so two-faced, right? Oh, fake crest now? Something? This is a kind of fake crest, right? It's gonna be like, this will give you a crest. Look at that, it's gonna like put you on your arm and you're like, yeah, it's like crest tattoo, baby! Here we go, yeah. Here we go. Yeah, crest. Like, how else would it work? Like, what's that? Ooh, look at that. Arui? No, she's visually. Only for a week, girl. Yeah, you can't be dramatic. They feel like the most obvious thing ever. It's like we have a stab because but not stab to the witch knight. Like, oh my god. It is so simple to. But wouldn't they measure the magic or whatever? Now they put a stamp on it. Oh, look at that. Now we have a witch too. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it like, it's gonna fake put it on her. Yeah. Oh. Exactly, so he can like pretend to give her a crest, right? Exactly. Without her seeing that, even though she's standing right there. But he perfectly covered it with his body. Perfect strategy! He's like, oh, I can't see this thing doing here. He probably knows already. Like, come on. She's super two-faced. He probably already knows. Or she don't know. They all probably already know, right? But I felt they should have done something like, I don't know. He could have been like, oh, we need to go to a... I don't know. She just said like, oh, I need to do it in private or something. Yeah, like... But given it's this super trickster lady, I think she already knows she has the powers, right? So I don't think she's surprised at all that he did it. She probably pretended not to see it, right? But... They feel like confidence in these children being able to kidnap. No, they're not children, but they're like 18, right? They're super young. Aren't they super young, like 20, something like that most? Yeah, like almost children. They're gonna defeat this like aged old queen with superpowers. It just feels hard. One thing I just realized in this anime is like kidnapping the queen is like super hard, right? Because you're like, she's just a random queen, she has powers. So you kidnapping a woman that's like a nuclear power plant inside of her is hard because she can defeat you. That's an issue with this anime. It's hard to kidnap the princess and the queen because they're so powerful. Like, oh, she's gonna compare their bodies. Here we go. This is why I watch the anime. I win. It's like, that's right. I'm a Kira. That's right, boy. I'm not what I'm happy about. That's right. I'm softer. It's like, yeah, good job, woman. How frightening. It's actually, yeah, it's like, I'm so into it. Ah, here we go. Now it's gonna fall into a lab or something, or into her oppai. Definitely. Here we go. It's gonna fall into her body now. See, on her massive oppies. Look at those, that pillows. Yeah! That's what I'm waiting for. Yeah. No, just to drive. Oh, he's finally... Damn strong night boy. He's some kind of magician guy though, you know, he has some kind of internal powers, right? Something like that, so of course. I like to play off like, yeah, that's right, dude. It's your own fault for being tricked. Yeah, victim blaming. It's your own fault for being so stupid. That's right, guilt tripper. It's all Reen's fault. Good. Blame Reen, yeah, it's all Reen's fault. But her especially is so stupid though. I didn't think he would be as stupid to fall for it. Her especially is really stupid. Like, it's not my fault. It's his own fault for being so stupid. They're really into this. Like, it's your own fault for falling for our trap. Yeah, she really is the worst. I mean, yes, I did drug you, but I didn't think you would actually accept my trap. Come on. Yes, I built the trap, but you are the one who went into a trap. It's not my fault you would walk into my trap. Come on, like, they're incredibly blaming him, right, for everything. I feel they would have a better system showing the crest. Like, would it also need to have some kind of ID or something in the crest alone? Would it have to have some kind of... Because it's very high tech here, so I feel that this world will also have, you know, the personal ID and some kind of, you know, passport or something. It feels like it's too easy to enter. It used to have the crest, but... Yes, and it's your own fault, boy, for falling for our trap. It's like, yes. You can only blame yourself. It's like a nice dining or something. Yeah, I knew it. It's gonna be like a nice little like hotel for you to stay in. Right? It's gonna be like this perfect, high quality. I like I said, project. She says, "That's right. This is my own personal bedroom." It's like, yeah, you can chain him up in it. It looks like it's sort of a HEN anime suddenly. Yeah. Yeah, that's important. You can't just... Yeah, that's important. He has to have a nice room, or else we're gonna look like we're treating him badly. Come on. All men are animals, exactly! He's still an evil man though, so that's the important thing here. She's like, God, poor Reen. She's the only one to be a weird they love each other. Yeah, she's like, come on, the two are gonna do something animal stuff. Come on, like, she's like, Jesus Christ, you people, you're clearly gonna do something nasty to each other if I leave you alone. It's pretty clear to me. Poor Reen. Here we go now. Infiltrate the... I don't know what her point is. I don't know if she calls them and be like, yeah, hello guys. Alcatraz. It's clearly Alcatraz. Okay, so it's like a prison. There's really good binoculars. How did she get it? This is so weird. How did she get? How did she get in there herself and before them? What's her powers? I mean, it's not only she could enter, but like she was behind them. Or maybe she was ahead of her. I guess it was kind of, maybe she was. That looks strange. Maybe she wasn't behind them. Maybe she actually was at that place and looking at them driving to her. I guess. That's strange. How did she get before it? Man, she's very, very tricky. She has a lot of. Super strange. How did she get I would kill you now. Yeah, she's a threat because she's in love with you. So you can't see that threat. Of course, she won't actually hurt him because she knows that Alice is too in love with him. Her the sad probably and blame him, right? It's like this. Yeah, it's almost a strategy. You hurt me, you evil men. Exactly. You attacked me. She keeps trying to break up their love story. Goddamn, Bryn. You just know you did it, you evil man. Like, goddamn it, Bryn. Stop blaming him for everything. Oh. It's not even a good wound. She should take it serious. It's like very, very sleepy. Yeah, very, very. Her strategy to keep blaming him all the time. Oh my god. She should have done it deeper though. Oh yeah, see your dream come true. Wow. I agree, she should die for his dream. And of course she's dreaming about the greatest food. She loves pasta, yeah. I want some tomato pasta and some, zucchini with my pasta. She's really into pasta, yeah. That's what she loves. They have the same tasty food. I shouldn't be too nice to my prisoner. Of course she's probably gonna get in now when you're fighting, right? Yeah, likely. She's gonna walk in there and she's like, die, boy! Stop seducing my princess! I don't know why she wouldn't be back there. I think I want to slap her. Man, it's going to aqua mode now. Uh-oh. I don't know, he's just used to redoing your own stuff. God damn it. So they can easily sneak. This is a field with anime. How are they so good at doing stuff? Honestly, because they're very, very incompetent usually with the fight papers. I don't know how they suddenly just entered the prison here and sneaked in, right? They kind of skipped over, I feel, a lot of obstacles here. They were inside the prison, suddenly now they're like deep down into it. How did they, enter all through the doors and in the doors? I don't know, because previously they have done nothing properly at all. They kind of get over everything, right? So I don't know how they're managing to kind of get anywhere. And she's probably to recruit the guy I mentioned earlier, but now he looks very handsome. She's like, oh, it's my boy with my see me with the chains. It's her dog. Yeah, I have to protect him from you, Rin. So he has to sleep with me now. He has to be in my bedroom. Yeah, of course. Oh, it's backfiring on Rin here. She's gonna make them sleep together, yeah. You should feel honored to be in my bedroom. Exactly. We're gonna stay like it feels kind of weird. It's like we're getting to a weird territory now. Ooh, toilet. Uh-oh. She has to help him with the... How do we like sleep like this? And she doesn't have... Yeah, it's like, wait a minute. I didn't think this through. Uh-oh! Because it's way funnier now. It's way cuter with this weird romantic... she's angry at him because we... She has to go to battle now with the chains. Man, this anime is going into... See, this is like typical weird romcom anime. Yeah, she left, so... Yeah, now she has to go to the battle with chain things. Yeah, she's that's setting up some weird moments here in this anime. Also be fan service now, of course. With him, I guess, standing outside, probably. People gonna stand outside at the room, right? Or something like that. Oh, okay, no, she ain't. God damn it! Okay, that's lame. Oh, come on, that is lame. I'm disappointed. You got to read. Man, that's lame. I was hoping he's gonna stand outside the bathroom with the door open. And her being, if you enter, I kill you. Yeah, okay, yeah, that would be way funny. Come on, this is lame. He just got the ring anyway. Ah, come on. Should go full on, you know, horror and just let him stay outside, or have to be like, you know, inside the bathroom but facing the other way or something. Huh. Okay, she kind of walks out in front of him, I guess, with her massive oppa, so. Yeah, of course she does. With her massive jogs, yeah. Yeah, perv! She said that, oh, that's showing her assets instead. Nice. Ooh, her crest is massive. It's like a Boo Hancock thing. And showing her assets. That's the more important thing, come on. He's clearly looking at her assets. He's pretending to look at the crest. He's like, oh, what a nice crest you have, come on. We all know that this crest means, he's like, look at the nice crest down there, yes. Yeah, she got a huge crest. So the bigger crest you got, the more mad you got, probably. Yes, and keep showing him your crest. That's what you're looking at. Yeah, he's clearly looking at the crest. He's clearly staring at that crest. Shirt, and he's like, yes, the crest is very nice. Got quite a big crest there, lady. Yeah, because no one knows about it, though, so... But it would be really strange if he changed opinion about her, because she clearly fell into like a vortex and gut magic, so why would he change opinion about her? But of course you're gonna walk up to him and show her assets, of course. Ooh, do you like me then? Here we go. Do you like me? I mean, I'm standing here showing my assets, so... A rival. Not more than a rival, even though she's like showing everything to him. Whoa, she drops the... Oh my god. She drops everything. It's fine. She's like, fine. Come on, she's dropping the... What is showing her everything for? Yeah, there we go. Haha! Yes, I feel like a fog. I know she's proudly showing her massive oppa to him. They're ridiculously big, of course. They're big as I think head their oppa, right? So he's like, yes. Also, your oppas are massive. He's like, can you please stop showing me your stuff all the time? You're the one showing me everything. Come on, woman. Man, it was really weird. She's sitting on the floor and she has the chain in the hand and this is your assets. Oh, she wants to. If I saw, I have to see your now. Here we go. This is, you know, this 5-year-old love story. Yeah, definitely. You have to show me your stuff now. I've showed you everything, literally everything. You have to show me everything too now. Exactly. That's the love they have. Okay, so here we go. There. This is probably the guy in the opening now. Everyone is in the opening, right? So. Yes, exactly. It's the app guy in the opening. Knew it. The opening shows every character, right? So here he is, app guy. Yeah, he's the guy in the opening, that muscular app guy. They're fighting in the opening, so. No, but I mean the opening has spoiled everything. The opening is like, here's this guy. Here's the app guy from the opening. Of course he's there. But yeah, she was showing off everything there a lot. The anime is very, man, it's such a romcom anime, right? There's a rom-com anime, you know, it's a dating anime with some pretext of being a kind of fantasy fighting anime, but it's more or less it's like a rom-com where the girl enters a boy's room and drops her towel and be like, oh my gosh, I'm staring at my own pies, but you are the one dropping that towel, lady. Ah, but come on. Yeah, like that is clearly half the anime. Half the anime is like watching any of the harem anime, right? Basically, and the girl keeps doing stuff, yeah, like, oh, your crest is so big. Oh, thank you. Yes, look at my crest, please. Look at my crest, not my gigantic assets, but my crest assets. Yes, yes. That is clearly half the anime. Certainly. Her reactions are very. Well, she's quite an airhead, right? So to speak. Quite. Yeah. Oh, I forgot you were here. Oh, the bathroom thing and so. I do think they should have just gone with the whole classic harem bathroom thing, though. When she has to take a bath, he should have been in the same room right with her, or but have to turn around. It's like, yes, I have to take a bath, so you have to stand in the corner and stare at the wall while I bath or something, or I'm taking a shower or something like that. That would. But of course, it ended her being like, you saw everything, so you have to show me everything. Yeah, that feels very that kind of super immature kind of love story. Where it's like, well, you saw my assets, I demand to see your stuff now. I demand to see it. Please show me your. And Rin is there being like, no, princess, you shouldn't be interested in his stuff. Oh, I need to see it. Like, I need to see it, man. But yeah, it's getting very hen. I mean, it looks very, very hen when she of course stands there. Especially when she stood, like she's on the floor there, showing her assets and yeah, and Rin stands there with the chain. That scene looked. It's like, okay, that scene doesn't look hen at all. Well, let's take a hentai. It's just, I mean, obviously I'm covering over the good part here, but for obvious reasons. No, but it's like, man, this anime is straight up a rom-com, right? It's just a rom-com, and we have the pretext of being a fantasy fighting anime. We have this princess, she has gigantic eyes, a massive assets, right? Or they're massive, but they're massive. And she's like, oh yeah, look at my crest. And the boy is like, yes, the crest. I'm looking at the crest thing. That's what I'm googling here right now. Yes, I'm not looking at that. And so on, right? And I mean, Alice is cute, but definitely her whole action is based on being, I don't know, a massive airhead doesn't think about stuff. Oh, what, you were here? Oh, what's happening here? How did it happen? Yeah, oh, I forgot about you were here. Oh, no, I'm here. Yeah, and there's a rival. Great! Did you throw the towel? That's right. I will fight you. And he's like, oh, yes, great. But it's hard for me to fight you right now because you're like attacking me with your op eyes. It's like, oh, no, look at him. Yeah, it's like, come on, woman, come on, stop doing that. It's just, oh my god, yeah, it's funny, but goddamn it, it's the most cliche anime ever. I'm still surprised that he didn't share the same bathroom though. That's surprising me. Anyway, the other characters though, as I mentioned during the reaction there, I have no idea how they're managing always to get into different stuff, right? I have no idea how they're always managing to doing that, because previously they've been very inept doing anything, but now they're like, oh, they've been infiltrating this prison like nothing. It's like super prison. It's a prison city, basically. Alcatraz city. Oh, they're easily walking in there. No problem whatsoever so far. And, the racer, the boss there, she meets this, old, I don't know, crazy guy that no one trusts or something. It's like typical loose cannon character. The muscular ab guy is like clearly some kind of insane fighter guy that no one trusts for that traitor on both sides. So no one likes him. Yeah, like she easily meets him too there. And also how she already infiltrated city, I guess. I was looking at them coming from the car from the other side or something. That was strange too, yeah. There's clearly something, but I wouldn't be surprised if he works for the third faction too. There's clearly like a third faction with the Vortex and the other country inside and so on. And the founder. I wouldn't be surprised, of course, if this very, very deceiving and conniving and cunning lady is actually working with them and not actually for the Emperor. That wouldn't surprise me because she's kind of a weird character. Seems to have a lot of connections on every side, right? But she also might be like a triple agent or something, right? She might be trading on every side, and the guys can pick up. It's also probably some kind of weird, both side fighter guy. So yeah, that thing, it is some kind of story there, but it's definitely not very. I don't feel it's very good built up. It's kind of like they have the classic tropes of some traitor and some conflicting guy that can swap sides and so on. But it's not really. The anime has problem with the world building, right? It's like a romcom anime with these kind of scenes where you're like, oh my god, my oppa, oh no, yeah. That is half the anime. Another half is this magical thing, but it's very, very loosely based. So you can interpret what is happening with the fantasy stuff based on played similar games like F8 and so on, right, and all the stuff like that. See the man and so on. I'm kind of basing most what's happening in the world based on this very trope. I'm like, oh, well, that guy's probably a traitor, isn't this thing? Yeah, like it's just kind of like a general understanding of this kind of world building. The anime isn't really filling up the gaps. I feel it's just me being like, I have huge amounts of assumption. It seems to be correct every time because the anime is telling them very cliche, right? So it's like, that's probably going to be a traitor based on this thing. Something like that. But it's kind of strange, I feel, in that sense, anime, right? Because, I don't know, if you should focus on this dating life, it probably would be more enjoyable, right? And if you just focus on other stuff, also might be more enjoyable. I don't know. Now it's kind of like, it's kind of half-ass how they're doing the fantasy stuff, because they're not just kind of doing it very broadly, right? Because instead of explaining anything, they're just kind of showing oppas instead. So it's like that makes it weird, I feel. It makes the anime kind of weird. Something like that. It's like a romcom, but also typical, fantasy rival warrior thing, and they don't really explain it stuff at all. They could have done both, of course. The pacing would take. Of course, the pacing would cost them on that. But I think it's also because the anime keeps doing stuff. They're meeting the leaders and this, like, scheming meet. There's a lot of this scheming meeting. Oh, we gotta scheme this thing and so on. Instead of explaining the world, there's so much scheming, which is shown, but they're not explaining. Still haven't explained really the background of anything in the world. So it's like, it just makes it kind of confusing or perplexing, whatever. It's a lot of assumptions you have to make. But the thing is, as I mentioned, it does feel like you kind of can assume how the world looks based on, because it's very, very typical how this world looks, right? So kind of, well, I think this is how the universe's anime is because I've seen it in similar games and animes before. So this is probably how it works, right? You kind of have that presumption. It seems to be correct though, but it's like, well, this is probably how it is. Which is kind of strange. I feel it's relying a lot on the viewer just being like, hey, you get it. You don't need to explain it. He's a traitor because obviously traitor, his traitor mask on him. He's going to be a traitor. You don't have to explain why his motivation and reasoning, because you know that, and he's a typical, bad childhood. You know it, but it's no flashback needed. It's kind of like, there's no backstory needed because you're assuming correctly anyways. It's kind of that, right? Probably. Anyway, that's Romeo and Juliet, right? Sharps, balance, you get some of the course, I could do my drive, and when they try a lot, definitely.